Okay, now I just need to find a predator. I need to search that up. I've seen her in a while. RDR2 Master Hunter rank 7. Where to use predator bait.
Body of the dead herbivore doesn't act as a reward for the guarantees of fell to safe distance. Away I'm going to go up and crouch down. You won't get seen by whatever comes. And the only real way to use any kill shot, because if you shoot it, it'll start to run away and it won't be lured on the bait anymore. So that's pretty.
She's fucking gorgeous.
The Wyatts, I'd be like, okay, this is an interesting side quest. I'm down to the clown, putting on the red nose. But then going after Ray, Sammy, and Nakamura is like, what are we doing now?
Yeah.
So now it's a little bit confusing.
Well, that goes to your point earlier where, like, I'll have no clue what they're doing with War Games because the men could be something in the main event with the Vision, could be MFTs versus the group of Babyface, could be MFTs versus Wyatt 6. I genuinely have no clue what the hell they're doing with War Games. No clue at all whatsoever. I've seen general distaste about the idea of it being NFTs in War Games. I don't think that the general consensus online is a positive one. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know that I want to see MFTs in War Games. I don't know that I want to see that.
I don't want to see War Games. I don't. This year, it feels like it is not justified. I feel like
War feels like it's forced as a gimmick.
Well, that, but it needs to be like a. I feel like we're in Hell in a Cell territory just to have a Hell in a Cell match.
That's right. Yeah.
It's something. It's like, what are we doing?
There's no feud right now that warrants it being a War Games match at all, men or women. If you ask me, this easily could have been just a regular Survivor Series.
You know, I didn't say this when we're talking about Jay. I just don't hope. I hope it does not lead to a Jay versus Jimmy match again.
Oh, it will.
No.
Yeah, it will. It will. Buddy, old pal, get ready for Jimmy versus Jay Part 2. It's happening, whether you want it or not. 75 super kicks this time.
Wasn't it funny that we were like, dude, Jimmy and Jay were so much better when they interfered?
They were. Their interference was infinitely better than their actual match at WrestleMania 40.
And the Royal Rumble was better when they first entered at 1 and 2. That was
Yes.
hype.
That
Was
was
we on agreement never to talk about Penta though? Penta. What happened to him at the Rumble?
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened to Penta. I don't think he got eliminated. I think.
I saw Penta go out.
I didn't see anything.
And then I remembered the show must go on.
Yeah, I think we all agreed, like, we're dude, that could have been so bad. Like, if Penta genuinely got eliminated, that would have ruined so much of his hype. Because what? He was like 3 weeks old in WWE at that point, right? He was a baby. He was a newborn in WWE. Had he got himself eliminated in the Rumble, oh man, that could have been real bad for his career.
Said Omero more like 2 feet, you're out.
Yeah, man, with MFTs, I'm in. I like it. I like it as a mid-card faction. I don't like it as war games. I like having a good mid-card faction. It worked with Raw for a long time with the Judgment Day. On SmackDown, they spent a long time with only having main event factions with the Bloodline, right? I think a good mid-card faction is weirdly a breath of fresh air. Although JC Mateo looks goofy in that face for me.
JC Mateo. No one would have any problems if MFTs were in NXT War Games.
That'd be sick. Sure.
Against Dark State.
Sure. Why not? MFT for NXT would be hype. When they showed up on NXT that one time, which led to nothing, that was sick. That was sick.
Hey, Santi, if I wanted to get big like Tama Tonga, what would I have to do to get traps like Tama Tonga? The dude is a beefcake now. He's a beef stew.
Dude, that's become the new formula. Disappear, get jacked, come back. Ilya Dragunov, AJ Styles, and of course now Tama Tonga.
Who has the biggest glow up though out of those three? AJ Styles in my mind.
Oh no, I think Ilya.
Really?
Yeah, well, no, okay, like pure like body transformation. AJ Styles is more impressive, but I like the end result of Ilya Dragunov more. As somebody that is like into the bodybuilding world, I like Ilya Dragunov's proportions and definition more than AJ Styles.
Did you like that match with Aleister Black?
Yes.
I got flack though because I was watching that match and the momentum of that match didn't have that same purity as an open challenge. It felt weird. It didn't feel as good as Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov. And people were like, you were too hard on Zelina Vega and Aleister Black's entrance. But I was like, brother, how can you not see that it's like
I don't see anything.
Oh
this
shit.
original. And then people were like, you don't understand, Sancho. She's like a snake. She's supposed to be around. I was like, yeah, I get that, but it's literal. She's literally on the floor, rolling around. And there was a moment she just leaned on the floor, waiting for the cue. And it's not there yet. It's gonna get better, sure, but it's a weird, dude. And I like how someone said, like, if I was carrying Cross at home, I'd be like, what?
Yeah, dude. Karrion Kross is the Leo DiCaprio meme.
Hey, what? Hey, wait a minute. They're showing the woman superstar first, and then it goes into the other. That's my thing. But that's like, for me, like I mentioned, it's like I enjoy Zelina and Aleister, and I know they're getting it, but just do House of Black, dude. Do what works with Aleister Black. House of Black. Don't do Karrion Kross stuff. Because I thought we were gonna get the horns. I thought we were gonna get horns coming out. I thought Zelina was gonna have horns too. I was like, oh, then here we go. But anyway, back to the match. My fear about Ilya Dragunov's open challenges is now because they're involved in
Sami Zayn.
Once you get in, dude.
Sami Zayn was in the Webaverse for one episode too, right? Remember, you had the Aleister Black Open Challenge accepted, and we had Damian Priest go out there. So Sammy was in the Webaverse. He made a cameo in the Webaverse. It could be the case here as well with Ilya, because Ilya did beat Aleister Black. This didn't end in DQ. He beat Aleister Black, so I think Ilya can move on and allow the Webaverse to kind of continue on its own. This might have been a one-off in the Webaverse.
Did you enjoy it, Sammy? High horsing a champion?
I get in trouble every time I make fun of Sami Zayn, so I'm done.
Why? Because you're Canadian? It's against the rules?
Barely it's against the rules.
Hey there, pal. Don't you know? Don't make fun of Sami Zayn, okay?
Hey, he's a Canadian icon, eh?
You see this? You understand, Ilya? Do you know how to be a champion? It's a serious game, Ilya. Oh, John Cena did open challenges. You're in for a treat. Get out of here, Sammy. Go home, dude. Take a break.
You're gonna get canceled now. You can't make fun
What?
of Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn's great. Sami Zayn in flannel, not great. That's the one that I hate of Sami Zayn.
The flannel Zayn.
Flannel Zayn.
It's the flannel that creates the high horse.
He comes in like a manager at a coffee shop, and I had a problem with the coffee, and he's telling me I'm wrong. No, it's because you're drinking it wrong. It's because of you. You ordered the wrong thing. Don't you know how this coffee? You see these coffee beans? These are eccentric coffee beans, organic coffee beans.
Fresh Arabica beans.
If you're gonna step up to this place, in this coffee place, you need to understand what it takes to be a coffee drinker. This is not a Starbucks. This is real organic coffee. That's Sami Zayn that we're dealing with. I want my refund, Sammy.
Oh man. Alright, let's move on to the next thing here. We wanted to quickly chat about the names that are close to retirement. The next week's gambit of Match Club matches are retirement matches and or last matches ever. So we kind of have this on the brain. Of course, we have John Cena retiring soon. What are some names that you could see beginning to get sunset sometime soon? I'll throw some names out there to kind of get the ball rolling. Obviously, we know AJ Styles. He's made it clear that 2026 is his last year. CM Punk can't be too far away, right?
He said so himself.
Said so himself. R-Truth, he might just be there forever, but R-Truth might be somebody worth conversing about. The Miz, perhaps, right? Sheamus, for sure, I think might be, especially like with his incredibly like hard style of hitting wrestling. You know, I don't know that we have that much left in the tank of Sheamus. I mean, if I'm LA Knight, I'm considering retirement with how things are going. What else here, Sancho? Who else comes to mind? From the women, maybe I mean, I don't think any of the women, like the closest is maybe Asuka. You know, she's already been there, done that, done it all. And is among like the older of the women, but even then, she's nowhere near like the oldest of the men. So she might still have she definitely still has a lot of gas left in the tank.
Rey Mysterio?
Oh, for sure, Rey Mysterio. How did I not think of that? Absolutely.
Let's see. Does Seth?
I mean, when you have that many injuries, right? Luckily, it's not head injuries, right? It's those head injuries that are the ones that kind of like kind of force the hand for you, and kind of demand that you retire. Roman Reigns, right? Started to reach that mainstream, and obviously we know like his health passed as well. If he can break into the mainstream, break into movies, he obviously has a big in his cousin, the final boss, The Rock. I don't think it's crazy that Roman Reigns could be calling in the WWE within the next couple of years as well.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the roster. I mean, Damien's up there too, but I feel like Damien's big man style can last long.
Oh, dude, how did we forget Randy Orton?
That's true.
Yeah, Randy Orton, absolutely.
I think they let Randy break John Cena's record.
No, they made too big of a hoopla of John Cena's, And I think that they're going to protect John Cena's the way that they protected Ric Flair's for such a long time. There's also, sadly, Kevin Owens.
Right.
Unfortunately, way too early to be having that conversation, but the reality might force it upon us.
The Hardys, but I know they're like sure.
Natalia, potentially as well.
Yeah.
A low-key legend.
You know, while I'm looking at this roster, I have a great idea.
Tell me.
Because I'm just looking at this roster on SmackDown Hotel, and they have Opa Fett next to Omos. Put them together. Let them destroy the tag team division.
That'd be cool. Did you see the Omos offering his services for Becky Lynch?
Oh.
Yeah.
Put her on the AJ Styles thing.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be different, right? The man, Becky Lynch.
What about Becky? Becky retired.
I mean,
I don't think Becky Charlotte, Bayley retired until they get a horsewoman title match situation.
I agree. I still think that they're ways away from retirement. Shinsuke Nakamura, I could see being right there, absolutely. I think aside from that, Lesnar. Lesnar kind of already retired and then unretired. He's done it multiple times actually now. Retired when he was 25, then retired again forcefully, and then he's back.
Isn't it weird that Xavier Woods is gone for so long? Kind of weird.
Yeah.
He'd be by himself.
He had like a minor surgery, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's probably that. Or as they're saying, what is it, mental health days?
Okay, we talked about retirement. Yes, that definitely sucks, but it just shows you that the WWE should invest in their youth that they have. That's the only bottom line for it all. That's why I'm latching on to your idea of Dominic Mysterio. If Dominic could get that John Cena rub, and I think John Cena could actually boost Dominic into a greater height, and Dominic could actually benefit from that.
Yeah.
Really, because if he beats John Cena, which I know that's not going to happen because you want the IC title on John to complete the Grand Slam, but if he beats John Cena, he can have that going for the rest of his career. And at least it's not John's last match, so that way it won't be like, oh man, we wasted that on Dom rub, but still.
That's fair. WWE does have a tremendous talent pool in their 20s that they have yet to fully tap into, but I will say it feels like this is the year where they are finally trying.
They have to.
Right? Because previous years, the only 20-something-year-old that they tried with was Rhea Ripley, right?
Yes.
They tried with Austin Theory, and then they kind of just let them both go by the wayside. But this is the year where they're just like, okay, now let's actually push Dominic Mysterio. Now let's actually push Braun Breaker. Roxanne Perez, match every single episode of Monday Night Raw. Carmelo Hayes, let's start featuring him and making sure that he gets TV time every single week, and let's have him work with The Miz, somebody that's like a surefire stepping stone for anybody in the WWE if you can work well with him. Hey, Obafemi, we're done with you on NXT. Lose the title. You are done here. You don't need to do anything anymore. We're going to start getting you ready for the main roster. You have Javon Evans appearing on SmackDown. Trick Williams is just around the corner here with his call-up, most likely. I do think that this is the year where maybe WWE kind of opened their eyes, and I'm very curious, and part of it kind of comes off the recent events of Cody Rhodes disappearing from movies and Seth Rollins getting injured. Maybe there was a light switch, we need to protect our future here, and we need to start creating our plan Bs.
Is Jey Uso part of that group? I know he's up there in age, but he's not CM Punk old.
Sure, he could be. He could be. It could be hey, we know that Jey Uso is a lifer. He's here every single episode. He doesn't seem to be interested in movies, mainstream, whatever it might be. And this is a guy that we can rely on a pretty regular basis, and his injury rate is ridiculously low. Maybe. Could be that.
Yeah, but he's younger.
Sure.
Could be that simple.
It could be that
Solo
simple.
Sikoa?
Right?
I don't know. A lot of people hate on Solo, but Solo's.
I agree. Solo Sikoa.
Jacob's up there in age, right?
I think Jacob is. Let me look. Jacob Van Dude. No, he's young. He's 33.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another person they've been highlighting, and on the
Ilya.
Ilya Dragunov.
is like on like the mid 30s, but like that's like prime, right?
Yeah,
You're in your prime.
And then Sami Zayn.
He's in his 40s.
New crop,
Yeah.
type of vibe. I would consider him new crop type of vibe.
Main event, main crop, not like
main event. Yeah. And then whenever Chad Gable comes back.
Sure. Those are new names, right? But yeah, like we're kind of seeing WWE maybe kind of like opening their third eye and realizing, okay, we gotta start creating some new stars and rely on, as opposed to just relying on the good old faithfuls that we have over the last 10 years.
Are you kind of bummed out about how they developed Maxine Dupree in terms of this? Like they had an opportunity to give her like a good another stepping stone, and she kind of took a sidestep, which is fine at her career. But I was just hoping for another like boom, a big major step in what she did.
Yeah, I said this in my Raw review. I felt it was a weird decision to not capitalize on the momentum that she has. No one is saying that, hey, have her beat Becky Lynch or anything like that. But you created a really great momentum for her, something she didn't have. You found the spark here over the last couple of weeks. And then when it comes time to finally pull the trigger on like the match that like, oh, okay, we built up to this, right? She's like, hey, not yet, a little later. Oh, why? Why hold up on it? You need to prepare for this? What do you mean? You beat her twice. What do you mean you need to prepare for this? Logic dictates. Jump into this now. You got her number. I thought it was weird. Probably AJ Lee.
Some people think it's Natalia.
If it's the low-key Natalia, how about
Legend?
Low-key Legend? I don't think that'd be terrible.
I get flamed too much for talking about low-key Legend.
What do people say? Why do I want Natalia?
I'm like, I don't want Natalia. I want low-key Legend. Natty Blackheart, like that's a different person.
Dude,
people understand this as different people.
I won't settle for the disrespect for Natalia. She fucking carried this. She walked so that the women's division can run, man. She was a women's wrestler in the time of divas, and she does not get enough praise for what she was able to do during that time when she was given 3 minutes to have matches, when she was forced to have a farting gimmick. She does not get enough respect. Yeah, where she just was constantly flatulent. And Santino would walk in and be like, what does that smell? It's terrible. And she survived all of that.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so, you're just gonna be in a room, and Santino's gonna come in like you farted.
Yeah, dude, she just had a farting gimmick. It's terrible.
Oh, this is good stuff.
This is such good shit. But hey, people want Vince back for the booking. Maybe he'll make your favorites fart on TV too.
This is the good and the bad, dude. The good, the bad, the ugly. We literally on Match Club, we have the last match for people to vote. I haven't checked on it yet. I'm always intrigued because we put stuff up there and the people vote. And what we get, what we get. We're not the kind of people that, you don't have any kind of restrictions on matches. And luckily, the Patreons have only put 2% of the vote out of 265 people that are voting as of an hour ago, which is a lot of people for an hour. 2% have voted for Pat Patterson versus Jared Briscoe evening gown match at King of the Ring 2000.
Shout out to that 2%. I know what kind of men you are.
Hey, but I'm just trying to say, like, the good, the bad, the ugly. That's the ugly.
Alright, I think we're basically wrapping up here. We had Halloween Havoc this weekend. Very fun show. Dude, it's great. NXT PLEs just always deliver. You'll look at like a NXT PLE card and you'll be like, oh, this is okay. And then by the end of the show, you're like, oh my god, show of the year. And that's what we got out of Halloween Havoc. We had a pretty solid, like brutal match, like just so violent between Dr. Wagner Jr. and Ethan Page. Dude, Dr. Wagner is that guy. Dr. Wagner might be like my favorite guy right now to come out of AAA. Like more than Mr. Iguana, more than La Parca, more than Vikingo. I think right now I'm getting on that Dr. Wagner bandwagon. He is solid, and he had that type of lucha extreme match that you and I talk about where like the mask is like halfway off. versus Dark State. I love that the Hardys are willing to work and put over younger talent. That was a great chaotic match with the return of the Broken Hardys. Main event was fun, you know, Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. New women's North American champion Blake Monroe. Fun tag team match with LaFarca teaming up with Mr. Iguana to take on Javon Evans and Leon Slater. They did some crazy shit. It's just a fun show.
Leon Slater has my favorite finisher from the men's side, the 450 Swanton Splash.
I mean, like, that's the like most obvious statement of the year. That is the singular coolest finisher I've ever seen. Like, it's so sick.
How do they define gravity?
I don't get it. Every time I see it, I'm like, that still doesn't make sense. How? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I've analyzed that move. I'm like, I think he floats. At one point, I think he stops moving in the air, and when he defies gravity in that split second, that's what he does, the flip into the swanton. It's crazy.
You think if Vince was still around, he would be the gravity that gravity forgot him? He'd be the gimmick he'll take over from good old
Neville?
Neville?
No, dude, he wouldn't be taking over the gimmick. Geriatric Vince would forget the gimmick existed and he'd give it to Leon Slater. And then make him dance, you know, and then join the Funkadactyls is what he'd probably do to Leon Slater. Somebody call my mom.
Sheldon Benjamin had that name. Oh, God.
Alright.
Oh, God. Alright, let's do some new order,
Shall we? Let's do it.
New order. All I gotta say is I gassed myself out at the very beginning with the baseball.
You spent all your energy on the baseball part of a wrestling podcast.
I wilted it to pumpkin so quickly. Oh, if y'all can make faces, pumpkin faces, and tweet at us, that'd be great. A Santi pumpkin, a Sancho pumpkin. But make sure Santi's pumpkin's all wilted.
Why? Well, that means you gotta take a photo of my pumpkin on like November 10th. Wait for it to rot.
The pumpkining. Oh yeah, I'm sure you can microwave a pumpkin, get it to rot faster.
That's a
Put it in a bag.
big ass microwave.
Put it in a paper bag. Wah. By the way, maybe that T-shirt design that I made, that would work as a pumpkin stencil. Remember the one I made of your face?
Yeah.
And I really have to think about when I wear it. You know what I mean? I can't
Can't wear that in public. You just simply can't.
Can't wear that in bed either. You know?
Yeah, you can.
No.
Hey, you have my blessing.
No. I don't want to wear that. No. It's like, oh, take it off. Burn it.
He's just in the corner watching you.
Alright, New Day Order is the buzz, the fun, excitement of the wrestling world that we are excited to see on a week-to-week basis. Who's driving us to sit down in our watch parties and be like, alright, who's the one that we're going to see? I forget last week's, it's here somewhere, but, last week we had Ilya driving up.
Sure.
Be number one.
Sure.
Who is number one this time around? May
Okay.
I make,
Well, what case were you gonna make?
I'm going to say Jey Uso, because it's such a polarizing.
It is a polarizing conversation, sure.
Because it's a will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Will Jey Uso be main event championship Jey Uso? Will the Blue Jays win? Jay, though.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, the conversation has been very heavily weighted on Jey Uso. What we
I
want
blame
to do
Jay. I blame Jay booking in the sense of we're not putting that as the main event. That would have been a sick main event. That would have been the last
pretty
day
close to show, yeah.
Granted, it would have been much more brutal beatdown, like her actually breaking the table and then like getting the chair, you know, hitting the knee, like doing that kind of stuff versus just stomping on the knee. For a main event beatdown, that did not equate. But if she was the main event, that would have been a cool moment. Like, damn, Jay's a heel now. Watch out. And what did? They did the same old Cody Rhodes. Alright, number one, I'm going to give it to Jade.
Alright.
Because we're going to put her on the main. And shout out to WWE for having two women's main events, please. I like that tag team match with good old Charlotte and Alexa.
It's good.
Lyra Bailey. I was just wanting more Bailey being more Moon Knight. I didn't get that. I didn't get Lyra going to Bailey like, we need you, Bailey. We need the Bailey. You know, I wanted that more, like, be more dramatic. Which is reaching into the depths to ask for the Hulk to come out. Sun's getting low, big guy. Who's number 3? CM Punk? Drew?
Kabuki Warriors?
Oh,
Asuka got that like 10-year montage of just reminding the world just how incredibly dominant she is. Usually close the show.
Number 4.
CM Punk here, I'd say.
Yeah, I like CM Punk. He was so nice to Jay. He let Jay play. So nice to Jay. He didn't call him any of my mouth. He didn't say that he's a disgrace to his family. But which stuff that he could have done. He could have said like, "Oh, you're a paper champion. You're just a merchandise geek catchphrase."
He could have ruined them. He absolutely could
And
have.
I am the best in the world, and you're up here. Your cousin Dwayne trying to step up to me, and he found out his arms were too short to fight God. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're not even in this world. You're just a nepo baby trying to come up here to fight God. See, he could have done that.
Damn, that would have been harsh. Aleister Black. The conversation was not necessarily all positive, right? A lot of people liked the entrance, a lot of people disliked it, the repackaging, the match with Ilya. There was a lot of conversation regarding Aleister Black this week.
Karrion Kross made a sick YouTube video and thumbnail, and Aleister just took it.
he used that Mr. Beast AI just to like replace his face in the thumbnail. We go Aleister and Zelina together. We're gonna look at like Dominic here next.
I like Dom at 7.
Yeah.
I like Dom going like, I didn't do anything. I don't know if they're speaking Spanish. Any love for Charlotte and Alexa?
Yeah.
By far their best match. Yeah. By far their best match.
Oh, by the way, how did it work out? Demanding. Oh, we want more Sol Ruka. Do you see what you caused? Do you see what you caused, Sancho? This is on you. The Sol Ruka injury is on you. The blood is in your hands, Sancho. You're asking, demanding, using your powerful platform to demand that WWE moves mountains to have Sol Ruka appear constantly, already a workhorse on NXT. I need her more on Friday Night SmackDown. I need more Sol Ruka. Injured because of you, Sancho. You did this. You caused this. I hope you lose sleep over our Sol Ruka being out for who knows how long. I rest my case. Your Honor, I do declare, I do believe that Sancho West is hereby guilty of the crimes against one Sol Ruka.
You, Santi, caused this to happen. You caused Jelly Roll to hurt himself and bleed jelly everywhere. It's your fault that he came on top, bro. He came on top, bro.
Listen, but at the very least, if that does happen, if he does splat and bleed jelly everywhere, it still counts, so I'll still be oiling up.
You still honor it? You
They'll still honor it, dude. We will do a Jelly Roll Memorial Foundation for the oiling up.
He's gonna be like, oh damn, he's on me.
He's like, will he still oil up? Yes, Jelly, he will. Then I can pass away and jelly out in peace. I just turned into just a pile of jelly. Oh my god, he was jelly all along.
He's like an alien from this planet. I can now go.
Now this podcast is gold.
He chose the most lovable form, dude. A country singer, like Jelly Roll. You like the rumor that Post Malone wants to get a match against Seth Rollins?
I think that rumor's hilarious. I would love that.
Why not? Number 9. Trying to think. Any love for Drew? No, we got Drew. No, we don't have Drew.
No, we don't have Drew. Yeah, we can put Drew.
And number 10, sir. Number 10.
mean, Wyatt 6 just went down to AAA and won the tag titles.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my prediction's coming true. I predicted they would be a goblin eater of tag team titles. The world eater of tag team titles, brother. Nothing like a little scary haunted house maze at the...
Oh wait, no, maybe not. Never mind.
Damn it, Santi!
My bad. No, they just held the titles at the end of the show, so we are going to begin the match.
We held them up.
I haven't watched the whole show, so.
We held them up and licked them little titles.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my IG. Let me see. Any love for Ilya for being another match?
Oh, I thought we already had Ilya. Sure. I think Ilya being on there is good. Solid match.
Ilya Dragunov. How you spell Dragunov?
D-R-A-G-U-N-O-V. Dragunov.
There is your number 10, Ilya Dragunov. Number 9, Drew Mack. Number 8, good old, what did I write? Charlotte Flair. No, I said number 7, Dominic Mysterio. Number 6, David Priest. Number 5, Aleister Black. Number 4, CM Punk. Number 3, Kabuki Warrior. Number 2, Jay Uso. Number 1, G Cargill. My question for you real quick is, do you keep the belt on Dominic? If it's not John Cena, keep the belt until Liv Morgan comes back?
If it's not John Cena, yeah, keep the belt on him until Liv Morgan comes back.
Okay.
I can mess with that. I like it. Folks, thank you so very much for watching this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast, coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. Of course, you could have gotten this earlier than everywhere else over on Patreon. And big shout out goes out to our $15 patrons. They're the producers of the show, and as such, also get their names read out here at the end of credits. So big thank you goes out to Lord BB&J, Z Club. I'm going backwards here, Sancho. Yeah. Z Club, Zay 2K needs to oil up.
Butt to mouth.
Yep, that's exactly how I pictured it. Zacurious Cox. Zach Griffin, your girl side. YM Cab, Zach Smira, William Newton, White Mexican, Juan Pablo, Voitzi, Burzo, Venom, Vegan Penguin, Unknown Zero, Tyler Logan, Tycho, Tribal Chief, Joshua Uso, put Sancho on the thumbnail, Trevor Harder, Trent Head, Tom Cerati, Tom Lehman, Tobias Burnett, Toasty, Tim Higgins, the Wepa Warrior, Big Bong, Dio Perdios, the Final Boss, Bloodline Rules, the LA Knight Mega Blazer, Jacob Kufis, the Vanilla Joe Rilla, Super Malachi Galaxy, Steve-O Lentils, Slowtoke Rodriguez, Sly Manny 00, Sir Nightmare, Sip God, Shocks, Shitstain Nakamura, Shane, Shaggy WWE, Savage Field, Saudi Rick Books, Sauce God, Santi's Tribal Chief, Gibby Fresh, Santi doesn't know how to spell Ryan, Santi Flatline Zap, Santi Oil Up for Cena retirement match, Santi has a gay beard. Of course, that's the one that takes us to the next page, so I have to pause. Sancho's #1 fan. Sancho doesn't get a safe space. Salguero, Sadie Brink, Riley, Ryan Spradley, Ruben Sanchez, Royce Ruffo, Ricky Dutcher, Rick Mar, 1R, Reaper God, Rashad Wolf, Prince Vegeta, Pat Mark, Pat R, Papa Bear 26, Oscar Ruiz, Oliver Hammonds, OJ, the DN, Oil Up Now, Santi 69, Oil, Obi Novi, Oba Femi for US champ, not IC champ, Noah Booth, Noah, Nightwolf Pad, Nihilius, Nick Bushkis, Nicholas Kyle, Nathan Tully, my mom turned heel on me, Muhammad Al-Banan,
No dinner tonight.
Mohammed H. Ahmed, Mohammed Mitchell X, Miguel Paredes, Michelle McCool replaced my username, Michael Vera, Michael Tervino, Michael Paz, Meredith Lee, Mackay, Mayhem Matthew, Mossy, Matthew Watkins, Matthew Oberg, Marty YCSM, Mark Majed, Luis Jimenez. Look, it's Pac-Man, Wepa, Lachlan, Lil Shifu, Liam, Kuwaiti Rick Books, Kayon P, Ken Yu, Karrion Cross, Aspie, ESPN Plus, or Dinner with Jay-Z, Caleb Martin, Justin Brooks, Juliana Sarvi, Joshua Kane, Joz B, Jordan Lynch, Johnny Owens, Johnny Moore, Jonathan Cox, Joey Romig, Joe Velez, Ahihi, Jeremiah Kelly, Jeremiah Finley, Jelly Roll, Jelly Goose, Lesnar Roll, JC Warley, Javion McDuffie, Jay is Cal,
Jax Teller, Javier Rodriguez, Jason Fain, Jason Flint, Jason De Dios, Jared Leverjure, Jared Hernandez, Jake Shavoya, Jacob Staffel, Jacob Pena, Jacob Mueller, Jackson Parrish, Jack Harris, Jack, it's Astro Kid, Isis says Santi Oil Up Tit to Tit, Imposter Sancho, I'm Braun Strowman, Ian McNugget, I'm Worthy James Bitch, I'm Wepa, you Wepa, he, she, me Wepa, Wepaing. God, that I lost brain cells reading that. Hey Shakes, Heath Robertson, GXA Man, Grateo M, Governor, Go Blue Jays, Gilbert Deans, Garrett Woods, Gabriel Mesa, Bug Nuts, Freezer, Forget the Hype in Between Sancho, World and Order, FMF CMA, Fletcher Walpole, 5 Knuckle RKO, Isatch, All Hail, Joe Alt, Savior of the Chargers, Ethan Domingue, Aaron Thorne, Eric Ruiz Romero, El Joshi, El Juan de Americano, El Hijo del Dr. Jelly Roll Jr., Egg Toast, Sean, Dylan, Lopez, D. Lopez, Digi, Diego Villeda, Derek Barnhart, Dan Schubert, Dalton Dunbar, Corey King, Colby Mayo, Clay, Chucky Gonzalez, Christian Anderson, Chris Butner Lucas, Chris, Chocolate Santi, and the Sanch Dog Flavored Water, Chip Char Collectibles, CB, Carlos Gonzalez, Cameron Talks WWE, Cameron Waring, Caleb Parker, Brian Gallardo, Brody Cyphers, Brady Keaton, Braden Primo, Brad Lee, Boy Mal, Bluefish, Blue Cord, Black Lesnar, Blenda, Big Bomb Wepa, B Hostile, Beans, Bailey Saunders, Ayo Carr, Aussie Kingslayer, Ashley, Arrogance, Ariel Pacheco, Arctic Wolf, Antonio Arjona, American Nightmare, Cody Lander, Alfie Walbot, Alfie the Chosen One, Alex Regal, Breem Zuda, Aiden, 4 weeks and still no NXT hot takes. Chargers are posers and frauds. You know what's funny? This guy, Chargers are posers and frauds, tried so hard to be the first one read out and instead was the last. You fucking suck. Get played. Alright, folks, thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Be wonderful people. Goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye.
sick. If we became the Brazil Chargers, I'm so down for that. 100% I'd be down for that.
That would be sick. With the new logos, the new color schemes, like Brazil, that'd be sick.
That would be sick. Brazil's, like, one of their big colors is already yellow, like their soccer team, right? Or football. Alright, sorry, my friends from the old continent. So it would be a natural fit. I'll go to Brazil, the Rio de Janeiro, and Los Chargers.
So, okay, I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
I'm happy for me too.
Enjoy. Too bad they don't hand out trophies after winning the game 1 of the NFL season.
And if they did, you wouldn't get one. If they did give out trophies, you wouldn't get one because you lost.
What do you want, an NBA mid-season tournament? No one cares about that mid-season tournament, okay?
They care. You care. You're mad. Stay mad. Why you mad, bro?
I'm just happy that we have a running game, okay, in the red zone. Alright, that's all we wanted, okay?
Man, it's good to have football back, but WWE doesn't seem to be happy that football's back. How do you feel? We never really talked about this. How do you feel about WWE pussying out on Monday night and moving an hour early, afraid of Monday Night Football? You want to know why they're afraid? Because it's the Chargers on Monday Night Football. They know we're a draw. Okay. All right, what do you think about Raw Movie 7?
You know, it is what it is. It's interesting that the WWE's counter programs people to death, but you hit the magic word here. Here's an article from the WWE comparing your favorite WWE superstars to NFL teams at the AFC. Who does you think that the NFL and WWE, what does WWE think John Cena is? Who is John Cena?
I mean, the New England Patriots.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's not just that Cena's from New England. He's quite similar to the Patriots organization as a whole. And they have a record 6 Super Bowl titles, and John Cena has a record 17. CM Punk. Thoughts? CM Punk?
I doubt they'd be just basic and say the Bears. I weirdly think CM Punk is kind of the Eagles.
He picked the Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
so
interesting.
close to winning recently. In Punk's case, he did it all to win for the title for all 5 minutes. So basically, it's a close to winning type of vibes.
Okay.
Who do you think about Solo Sikoa?
Is Sol Sikoa like the Jacksonville Jaguars?
No, the New York Jets.
Yeah, hey, it's like the New York team that people like less. People like the Giants more than the Jets. Just like he's the tribal chief that people like less.
Yeah. Let's read the list here. Tiffany Stratton is the Miami Dolphins. Randy Orton is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Roman Reigns is the Baltimore Ravens. Logan Paul is the Cincinnati Bengals. The Miz, the Cleveland Browns. I mean, those are layups there. Penta's the Colts.
Why?
Penta has never been one who would imagine picking up everything and moving to another promotion, almost like the Colts did 41 years ago.
It's a freaking reach.
Stretch ever.
Yeah, that's a reach.
Jacksonville Jaguars is Maxine Dupree. Bianca Belair is the Tennessee Titans.
All right, hang on. I feel like that's a subtle insult at the cause. They give their team Maxine Dupree. Come on. I see right through that.
Io Sky is the Houston Texans. Cody Rhodes. Who do you think Cody Rhodes?
That's the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Bronson Reed is the Denver Broncos.
Oh.
And guess who's the Los Angeles Chargers WWE counterpart?
I mean, I think logically, it's funny enough, I was on a podcast with Lives World. He's an NFL content creator, and he asked me what team what WWE superstar the Chargers are. I said LA Knight because they, obviously the LA thing, but also like their inability to actually like win and win the big one. They're always just a bridesmaid.
All right, ESPN sees the same way. Dominic Mysterio is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Because they're both dirty.
Las Vegas.
They're both dirty.
Sucio. In the NFC, Paul Heyman's the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess easy.
Okay, whatever.
Becky Lynch, the Washington Commanders.
I don't get it.
I don't know about that. I don't want to even read the sentence because the sentence just makes it worse. You know what I mean? I was like, what? Sheamus is the New York Giants.
Okay.
Who's the Dallas Cowboys, if you had to pick?
The Dallas Cowboys. Oh boy. I mean, it'd have to be somebody really, really popular. Maybe Rhea Ripley?
Charlotte Flair.
Oh.
Charlotte, just like the Cowboys, can consider America's team superstar with all history and glamour. Both attract plenty of haters. Both are popular, but has just as many fans who want to see them win. Love to see them fade.
I think that's pretty accurate, actually.
Pretty accurate, pretty accurate. Braun Breakers, the Green Bay Packers. Jacob Batu's Chicago Bears. Brock Lesnar is...
I don't know. What would he be? Is he Minnesota?
Detroit Lions.
Oh.
He should be Minnesota if you really think about it, though.
Yeah.
It should be, they should flip it, because they have Jey Usos and Vikings. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. That's
Make it
weird.
make sense.
Oh my god, the Lions are totally Jey Uso. 100%. That
Right.
is such Jey Uso vibes.
And even
100%.
the color scheme, the brand.
Yeah.
R-Truth is the Carolina Panthers.
Did he think that he was a different city? Probably.
They just said Truth is from Charlotte. That's it. That's what I got.
That's all they got.
Who wrote this?
Dude, they were like creative with a couple of things and just like, all right, yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, Miz is a Browns fan, so he's the Browns.
All right, it's somebody from the Pat McAfee show that wrote this. Mark Cabal. Anyway.
Mark Kamali Sancho thinks you suck. Well done.
Whoa! Carmelo Hayes is Atlanta Falcons. Uncle Howdy's New Orleans Saints.
Oh, I like that. I like that. The New Orleans, spooky, undead vibes of the bayou.
Sami Zayn's the Bucks. Seth Rollins is the Los Angeles Rams. There's all the glitz and glamour. Drew McIntyre is the Seattle Seahawks. Chelsea Green is the Arizona Cardinals. Not too many take the Cardinals or Green seriously, and that just might be their fatal flaw. Unless Call of Duty rolls around, then we don't have to take the Cardinals seriously.
When Call of Duty comes around, it's double XP weekend. For those that don't know, there is a proper correlation that people have mapped out of the poor quarterback play of the Arizona Cardinals with their quarterback Kyler Murray to the week that Call of Duty comes out, and anytime there's double XP weekends, because apparently he's addicted to Call of Duty, which is kind of hilarious. It's wholesome.
And last but not least, Bailey is the San Francisco 49ers. So to answer your question, how I feel about the WWE avoiding the NFL, it is quite interesting considering that their new partnership with ESPN, you think they would embrace it. There'd be more cross-pollination. It'd be more like, hey, check out what's happening on Monday Night Raw. It's happening right now. Tonight's going to be X match on Monday Night Football. There's going to be more promotion, and I think, maybe they are setting up a thing where Monday Night Football is kind of, Monday Night Raw is the lead-up to Monday Night Football. Maybe that's like, you watch wrestling, and then you watch football right after.
Maybe that could be what they're going for. It could just straight up be a favor to ESPN, like, hey, let's not cannibalize the WWE product that we are so heavily invested in. Even though the Raw TV show is not something that we've invested in, it's important for it to be able to flourish so that the PLEs that we have invested in get as much interest and as many eyeballs as possible. So that might be what they're gunning for here, because they also don't want to split their fan base during Monday Night Football either, because Raw's on Netflix. Like, it has nothing to do with ESPN. That's a direct competitor, if anything. But you also don't want to damage Raw to the point where the PLEs that you've invested in don't do anywhere near as well. It could be that. It could literally be Netflix doesn't want to deal with Monday Night Football. Maybe the numbers aren't as strong as Netflix would have wanted, and they're trying to experiment here by moving things around. There's no indication as to who made this decision or at the behest of who, if it's ESPN, Netflix, or WWE themselves. But it doesn't change the fact that they've never done this. They've never shied away. They've changed the times of Raw before, just to clarify what I was about to say, because somebody's like, oh, Shanti, actually, Raw has been at 7 p.m. Shut up, loser. But they've never shied away from Monday Night Football. It's always been, all right, let's go. We'll take it on the chin until Royal Rumble season, and then we pick back up, and then we take all the football fans that are there right for the taking after the Super Bowl. This is kind of the first time that I'm seeing WWE kind of like shy away and pivot away from the monster, the behemoth that is Monday Night Football.
How many WWE fans are football fans? Like, if you have to give a percentage, because every time we talk anything remotely not wrestling, people go, "No, the real podcast starts in 13 minutes."
I mean, it's interesting, right? I think you need to ask that question of how many North American fans of WWE are football fans, because European, I would say, like, we're probably in single digits. And anywhere outside of North America, we're probably in single digits. I think, like, out of Canada, in the United States, I'd probably say, like, a solid 15-20% are probably NFL fans of some capacity. Maybe not super diehards, but, like, casual to a degree, right? Many of, like, people in my chat, for example, like, I think this is a really, really interesting example. It's not, my numbers aren't like a direct correlation of WWE programming, but I think there is something to explore here. When I live stream WWE, I'll do anywhere, on Twitch specifically, I'll do anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 viewers, right? If I do, like, gaming or something that is really not at all close to wrestling, I'll go down to, like, 400 to 500. When I streamed football, I was doing about 800. So more than the gaming streams, less than the wrestling streams, but still a pretty decent uptick. So I would say that there's a decent amount of fans that watch wrestling that are NFL fans. And I think for that fan base, this is a good thing, right? Because now you can, like you said, go from watching Monday Night Raw and catch the second half of Monday Night Football.
I do think you're going to see more pro wrestlers on ESPN. They're going to be in the booth. They're going to come out like Seth Rollins does for the Chicago Bears. You're going to have more of that. This is just the beginning. I've seen already John Cena everywhere on ABC programming, and this is going to be the first indication. Now, this article is not the best article to cross-pollinate, right? Because some of these comparisons don't make any sense. But at the same time, at least what I've seen is they're trying to make sure that, like you said, they don't cannibalize their own viewers. But at the same time, if they can find a way to make it like, hey, we are on right now on that Monday Night Raw is live right now, go check them out, and then come check out football. I think that's the play. One thing I'm interested in is maybe did Netflix see that no matter when we go live at 2 for the foreign shows, if we go live at here or there, the numbers are still the same. You don't really think about it. Netflix is not a live platform. It's all VOD-based, or it's all, binge-based, whatever. When do they update a weekly show on Netflix? At midnight, right? At midnight, when it hits midnight, the next episode comes out. So, how are you going to get everybody to Netflix on a certain time? I think people are so used to just showing up to Netflix whenever they can digest the product. I wonder, from our fan base, do you watch Netflix Monday Night Raw live, or do you watch it on your own time because it's available immediately as soon as the show's over? There's no hurdles, there's nothing you have to DVR, there's nothing, service you have to get, it's already built in, you can just literally watch it as soon as it's over at your own time, at your own convenience. Or is it because the live version of the product's over, you just go, I'm not going to watch it, I'm going to watch clips or a review on Patreon, things of that sort. I just wonder for that, because for me, if I miss a Netflix live, it kind of dilutes it for me. I go, well, it's already happened. I'm gonna skip through it when I want to watch versus sitting there and watching the whole thing.
Yeah, you don't get to be part of the moment by moment conversation that's happening. I think personally, because I used to do this, I would watch Monday Night Raw the morning after or whatever. I do think it is a less enjoyable experience. When, like, in theory, when you think about it, it shouldn't be. It's still the same piece of content that you're watching. But I do think that WWE, specifically in the type of entertainment that it is like ready, built for water cooler conversations in the moment as it's happening, either texting your friends, being on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might be. It's a very socially digestible program that is just made better when you have other people to be able to digest it with. I think it's the reason why watch-along live streams do as well as they do. People are looking to have the immediate social outlet to be able to react to whatever is happening on screen as it's happening, and you do kind of lose the ability to be able to do that when you are watching the video on demand the day afterwards. It's also an actually worse experience because they cut out on international Netflix. segments that happen on the VOD. So the VOD, you don't get to see some of the stuff that happens on commercial breaks, like that interesting AJ Styles promo where he kind of called out WWE. If you go back to the Netflix VOD, that's not there. What's funny, Sancho, is that when that segment happened, a lot of people wanted to go back and watch it, and then they couldn't. They thought that WWE censored it or something because it was too real. No, that's just what Netflix does. They black out the commercial stuff, even when you try to rewind when it's live or on the VOD, you can't find it. So it's possible that a lot of people do watch it after the fact, the VOD. I think it is a worse experience, but it's better than nothing, right? It's at the very least getting that option to be able to do that. I would be really curious on numbers. This is not something that Netflix publishes, at least not on a regular basis like you would get the weekly Nielsen ratings for WWE. I would be very curious to see hey, yeah, we put this Monday Night Raw episode at 2 p.m. and yes, our live views were down, but the overall long tail of the VOD, we still got the same views as if it was live at 8 p.m. It's possible that that's the case.
One thing I want to pick up on is NFL watch parties starting to come around now. Isn't it interesting that watch parties are becoming mainstream in general? And I think a couple of seasons ago they had the Mannings. They do their own watch party, right? You get two perspectives from two top quarterbacks, the brothers. They have hijinks. They have, yes, Bill Murray was on last Monday night with the Bears and Vikings. So it is interesting how watch parties are becoming a thing mainstream. But I got to tell you this, as somebody who did watch parties on Twitch officially for them when it comes to Thursday Night Football, which was really cool because they had prediction things of that sort. We were the guinea pigs of the first couple of seasons. It's hard to do watch party for football. There's not a lot of action. It's not like wrestling where something happens every minute or so and you got a new segment here. Brother, those 3 hours, it goes by very slow versus when you're out and about watching football by yourself or eating food, hanging out with family or friends. I'm not a fan of doing watch parties as a Cowboys fan because when something goes south for Cowboys fans, I can't hide my oh no.
Dude, I am in my Chargers watch-along parties, I'm so obnoxious and toxic. It brings something out of me, man. It's like I become the Uncle Howdy. Right now, wrestling, I'm Bo Dallas, and then the Chargers are on. I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It just, the nastiness comes out, man. Somebody will be like, hey, Santi, I hope the Chargers do well. I'm a Steelers fan. Best of luck. And I'm like, fuck you, I don't care about the Steelers. I hope they have a terrible season. I hope Aaron Rodgers breaks both of his ankles in the opening snap. But thanks for coming to the stream.
Oh, God, sorry. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
And though I become like the guy from Split, it wasn't me. It was Patricia.
Yeah. I become what is it, Bailey right now? Ding dong, peering inside of you. I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing that we're venturing into this blending of worlds, and I'm wondering who benefits the most. Because in every collab, Santi, there's always one person that benefits from another. There's always somebody that's not putting themselves on the thumbnail. There's always somebody that's making a sacrifice. Because algorithms and things of that sort. There's always somebody, something. Even though this person is a draw, you look at the IG numbers, they don't lie. I look at your response to AJ Lee's reaction, only 1 million, but mine close to 5 million.
Damn, really?
Yes, and this is who you are denying this face. So when people come into my Fortnite stream, they're like, oh, why don't you play duos with Santi? I'm like, well, Santi sucks. Oh, why don't you be on your own thumbnail? I'm like, well, it's because I'm too pretty. You know what I mean? I don't want to be on the dumb thumbnail.
I'm gonna start adding Con Man to the thumbnail. Just not here. Just gonna add Con Man moving forward.
Put Weezy, put me,
Everyone but you.
Malcolm, put everybody on the thumbnail. Put up Chris Van Vliet,
Mr. Tesh.
put everybody on the thing. Oh my goodness. Imagine they clip people like, wait a minute, wait. The problem is people would be upset, but they're not gonna tell you anything because you're Santi, obviously.
Dude, it's so interesting you mentioned the popularity of watch parties. I've realized, I noticed it when we were live in European times because there would still be like other sports live streams going on or like other events, like there would be like Brazilian soccer on. It'd be like Corinthians versus fucking what is it, Santos or whatever, and like it would just be some live streamer on Twitch with like 7K views watching this soccer.
Oh, in the sports category.
In the sports category. Dude, there's something there, man. There's something there. The wrestling reaction space, man. There's still a lot of room to grow. We see a lot of you, man. There's a ton of you. Like I open up IG and there's a new wrestling reactor every single day. Take advice from the pro, the one that's been doing this for a long time. Don't just do that. Go do something else. Go make videos, opinions, think pieces. Don't just be the reactor guy. You're not going to build a community that way. Do something else on top of it. Build on top of it. Be a creator, not just a reactor. That's my unsolicited advice to all of the people that are entering this space. How many times did I tell you that, Sancho? Make YouTube videos, and here you are. Doing pretty well. Your channel's doing pretty well. I take all of that credit. Every single bit of that. I want royalties. I want my face on your thumbnails moving forward.
That's what people want. I'm like, get out of here. Point yourself. You're like, oh, Santi needs to be in the thumbnail.
I want to start that movement. Even though I have nothing to do with Sancho's YouTube channel, I want all of the comments on there.
You're gonna kill my stats. People are just gonna not even watch the video.
No, watch the video, and make sure you let them know that I need to be on the thumbnail.
At least sub, please.
I don't think we haven't even done the proper intro, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling is Cool podcast, coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. You can, of course, be getting this episode 3 days earlier than everywhere else on the planet over on patreon.com/SantiZam. Not only will
this guy? Or
this guy?
This guy?
I'm this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 3 days earlier than everywhere else. You can also get all of the other extra videos and series that we do over on Patreon that are not available anywhere else. So please go check it out. Patreon.com/SantiZam. Link in the description. Link in the pinned comment. Go ahead. Go check it out. 5 doubloons, 5 shillings, 5 shekels will get you access to that.
We do have AJ Lee on there, a match club. We have AJ Lee versus what's her face?
Versus Caitlyn. That's where she won the Divas Championship. And
We have AJ Lee coming in interfering against John Cena with John Cena.
That's right.
Like bang.
Yeah.
We got AJ Lee. Also, we have a new updated Patreon page. So if you're a Patreon member listening right now, you should check it out. It's different. It looks mimics more of a YouTube channel. There's our top current series. I don't know something. I gotta talk to you. I don't know if I want to put Monday and SmackDown in that carousel because right now it's John Cena and Ryback in review that are sitting there. But you're gonna see the latest uploads, and then you go down to the most popular videos, things of that sort. And you got your collections. Everything's organized into its own way. Literally, we're close to 200 Match Club videos. And I think we are like at least 500 hours plus.
Yeah, at least, yeah, for sure. I've had some people ask me, do we delete like old match clips? No, they're all there, like every single one. And you can also go watch our Raw and SmackDown reviews from like 2 years ago if you want. They're there too, if you want a little blast from the past. But I think what's important is like the main series and the watch-alongs. They're all there. We don't delete those. So go check it out. Patreon.com/SantiZam. Well, you've already kind of got the bag out of the cat. I was about to say. Imagine getting a bag out of a cat. That'd be really uncomfortable for the cat. Getting the cat out of the bag.
This is your king. This is your king.
Getting the bag. God damn it! I almost said bag out of a cat again. Getting the cat out of the bag. Oh my God! Let's just move on. AJ Lee is what I'm trying to get to. AJ Lee has returned to the WWE after 10 whole years of being away. Sancho West, what say you to the return of AJ Lee? How do you feel right now? Now that we've had her for 2 episodes, we had her big pop return, no promo beatdown of Becky Lynch on Friday Night SmackDown, and we just had her promo on Monday Night Raw. Give me some initial thoughts. How's the temperature of the water with you?
I absolutely love CM Punk's reaction to the moment. like he just embracing the moment and watching his wife. Because there's always been that question, right? When a wrestler comes back, will they remember me? Every single wrestler has that moment. If you look at all the documentaries, the WrestleMania 24/7s, will they remember me? And we do remember AJ Lee. I know we got a lot of flack when we had this discussion about AJ Lee, about her impact. Would it be a pop for the story or pop for her? I think it was a very valid question we asked. It was a very valid discussion. And I think what we discovered in terms of the pop on SmackDown is that when the WWE matches a return with a solid, engrossed story, you get those boom, roof blowing pops that you validate, right? That's what I enjoyed the most out of this entire thing, is that it's a pop that fed a story. It's a pop that fueled a feud that's going to keep pushing it to the next level, so they could, dare I say, they could kind of give it momentum going into WrestleMania. And that is what excites me the most about this entire thing, is that it's not just a returning wrestler. Think about a Nikki Bella, right? Nikki Bella, 2012 wrestler, big name, make a return. Granted, she wasn't absent from the WWE. She was sprinkled in every now and then here in the Rumbles and things of that sort. But still, you could argue that Nikki Bella, someone in the Divas era, is not the same driving force as AJ Lee at this moment, because Nikki Bella doesn't have a big story propelling Nikki Bella forward. Because now look at Nikki Bella. Yes, she's back, she's working, she's doing matches, and we're like, Nikki Bella, Rhea Ripley at WrestlePalooza? What? We don't have that with AJ Lee, because the WWE properly put in the right space a great story to push that forward.
I think that's a really, really great point that you made there. It's really, really, what's the word that I'm looking for? I think it was really satisfying. It was a satisfying moment to have AJ Lee return, because they decided to go with satisfying over shocking, right? Because it was so telegraphed that we were going to have AJ Lee making her return here. I think there were some people that were kind of bummed out about the fact that, they pre-announced it. First of all, they didn't pre-announce it. You just made your own assumptions that it was going to be AJ Lee, and you listened to the dirt sheets. That's a different thing altogether. WWE did not pre-announce the return of AJ Lee, but they pretty much did. So they went with the route of going for a satisfying moment. Obviously, like the big build-up to the AJ Lee music hitting, but we didn't just get AJ Lee going out there and AJ Lee must pose. She went out there. We got the whole crazy girlfriend skip. It's like we were teleported back to 2015. She beat up Becky Lynch, who had been abusing her husband, CM Punk. We got the payoff to the buildup of this particular moment. And those are rare moments. A lot of the times it's just shock return at the Royal Rumble. Oh, they didn't even win the Royal Rumble, but hey, now we can build from here. No, this was not like let's build from here. No, this in itself was a climax within this story, of a story that's going to clearly have multiple climaxes. And the fact that they were able to knock it out of the park on a situation where it was already telegraphed, everybody already knew it, by delivering a satisfying moment and a major inflection point within the story, to me is what made this perfect. It's a rarity that WWE has the opportunity to do these types of situations. Very few names are out there that can generate this much buzz, that can create a moment like this, that can pay off a storyline beat like this. This was a rare thing for WWE, rare air, and I'm glad that we were able to experience it all together, because it felt like a special moment.
And it felt different from, say, like a Brock Lesnar return, because for me, that was a shocking return.
Yes, that's shocking.
That is shock, because it was like, wait a minute, they actually did that? Considering all the other variables, they actually pulled that trigger for an unforced type of thing? And you think of, like, I keep thinking about Mania and the Hardys. That was a shock return, because we were like, they brought back Broken Hardy, right? Like, oh, wait, and now it's Broken Hardy, are they going to do all these kind of Brother Nero type of things? And they actually gave him the belts at that Mania. For here, this is a return that is multi-year. Now we've discovered that it's not just a one-off. I'm very excited about that. So leaving that SmackDown, going into Monday Night Raw, we're all anticipating she's on top of the hour. She gets that hour prime spot. and she gives her first promo, and I enjoyed the promo, Santi, and I made a video about this on Santo West Wrestling, talking about AJ Lee's Monday Night Raw appearance, in that how it was a tale of two sides, right? Remember when Bray came back after that long hiatus, and he was brought back from the company by Triple H, and he cut a promo as himself? Remember? He's like, you never forgot me, right? You never forgot me, and I appreciate that. And it was different. We're like, wait a minute. This is not, swamp type of guy. No, this is not the Fiend. This is not the Firefly type of Bray Wyatt. This is Bray talking to us. And that's how I felt with AJ Lee. It was AJ Lee talking to us, and that's why we got the real vulnerable moment talking about mental health and therapy. And that, to me, lets me know that this is a different AJ Lee. And that AJ Lee feels comfortable being in a Triple H WWE TKO to be able to expose herself that way. Because then when Becky Lynch came back, it was like, now I'm AJ Lee the character. And I'm like, all right, now we're getting into some the potential and the fun that we could have with AJ Lee as a wrestler. Overall, I think the most telling thing about this entire thing is that AJ Lee returning tells me everybody's on the table. Considering that CM Punk and AJ Lee were 1 and 2 together, you can even think of who else is next that could make a return that seemingly could never make a return. The first person I thought of, and we'll talk about it more later, is Jon Moxley. If AJ Lee can return, the door's open for Jon Moxley, considering that Jericho might be coming back too. But overall, dope. I mean, someone who didn't experience AJ Lee in her prime, seeing what AJ Lee could do in the ring and the immersion she creates with her quips and her looks and all the things that she does, her wave and all that kind of stuff, I'm in.
Yeah. You and I interpreted the promo the exact same way, identical. Dude, she's gone for 10 years. I'm glad that we got a reintroduction, that we got to have our moment of AJ Lee getting to talk to the fans candidly, right? Because had she come out there and immediately been like, let me tell you something, sister, it'll be me and you in WrestlePalooza, sister. I was like, I haven't seen you for 10 years. Let's catch up real quick. And that's what I thought that we were getting there in those first 10 minutes. It just felt like a candid conversation. Like you said, AJ Lee opening up, being vulnerable. I felt like it was a really great reintroduction to the human side of the performer. And then once Becky Lynch's music hit, snap, we get Crazy Girlfriend skipping around, her quips, her smiles, her jumping and skipping in front of Seth Rollins as he's trying to grab the title. Now we're in character mode AJ Lee, but that first portion, that was human. That was a, hey, here's where I've been for the past 10 years. Nice to see you again. And then we can jump into, let me tell you something, sister. Then we can jump into the character.
I wonder though, is AJ Lee, and I brought this up in my video, AJ Lee was the standard back then. Or she was the difference. She was the most anomaly.
Outlier. She was the most outlier for sure.
Right, of the WWE Divas era.
Yes.
But now there's 10
yes.
AJ Lees in the WWE. So how can AJ Lee evolve herself and set herself apart from the current roster to let her know that, hey, she is a top-tier main event status? Because her moveset is going to be dated for now, considering that, and I mentioned this in the videos, that if you look at modern-day wrestling, they do her moves basically as basic moves now.
Yeah.
Right? They do it all. So as a new fan, or a casual fan, coming into who AJ Lee is, I wonder if they're going to evolve her moveset. Is she going to rope in more CM Punk's moves like Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan did? It's a very interesting case because, and I'm not saying that, I have to only bring up Nikki Bella because that's the only person they brought back in the past. That moveset, coming into with Asuka and things of that sort, didn't mesh that well. The chemistry wasn't there.
I agree.
Even the moveset of Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch didn't work that well.
I agree. Now, when we say that AJ Lee was the outlier, Nikki Bella was the standard back then,
yes.
right? So I actually think it's an unfair comparison to think that it could be something similar to the likes of Nikki Bella, because Nikki Bella was doing the vanilla stuff, the stuff that the only things that they were allowed to do back then, and the majority of the women's wrestlers at the time were a huge portion of them were dancers and bottles and stuff, as opposed to straight up from the ground up professional wrestlers. She was like the standard of what they were doing. AJ Lee was doing different things. You had asked me last week's podcast, was AJ Lee a needle mover? I said at the time, back then, no. And I wish I had have explained a little bit more, not because she herself isn't capable of being a needle mover, but because she worked and wrestled in an era where she wasn't allowed to move the needle. Like, it's just as simple as that. Vince wouldn't allow women to move the needle. Like, they were relegated to 2-minute matches. They were relegated to 30-second promos. They were relegated to love storylines. They were relegated to being valets. You can't be a needle mover when there is no barometer to be able to move, you know? So that's really what I was trying to get at when I said that AJ Lee